The reason as to why I chose to start this video with that song is not in any way to suggest that this video is meant for the Catholic faithfuls, but it's simply because whatever it is that I want to discuss is a thought that I got from the Catholic Church in Kenya. So if you are not a Catholic Church faithful, hold on, don't go to the next video or scroll up thinking that this thought is not meant for you. Now, whether a Catholic church member or an non-Catholic, maybe you might have heard of something that I think has been running from 2018, known as the the Seminary Endowment Fund. If you get to the internet and search Seminary Endowment Fund, you'll be able to see. Ukienda kwa YouTube iko, ukienda kwa TikTok iko, Seminary Endowment Fund. And just to give a short background so that we can be on the same page. How the Catholic Church operates is that we have priests who serve the church, and they undergo their studies in somewhere we call a seminary. That is a school that produces priests, where they take studies of about I think around 8 years or thereabout. And I think it is the church that takes the responsibility to educate those young men who are interested in, not interested, but who are called to be priests. It is not their parents who pay the school fees, but it is the church that takes that responsibility of educating the young men in their formation until the time they get to become priests. So the church in Kenya has been relying so much on external funding, that is receiving funds from the Catholic Church outside Kenya. But over time, I think that funding has been reducing, and so that created a need of getting funds locally to finance the seminaries in Kenya. And I think it is in 2018 when the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops came up with an idea of creating an endowment fund. So this endowment fund is an arrangement where money will be contributed. Then, instead of this money being used to fund the seminaries directly, this money is invested in risk-free or low-risk investments such as the government bonds and fixed deposits. Then, it is the proceeds or returns from this investment that will be used to finance the seminaries in Kenya. And this means that the principal amount that has been invested will be intact. Hiyo haitakuwa inauzwa. So the seminaries will be funded from the returns from that investment. So that is, I think that is a very brilliant idea. Get a fund. Instead of using that fund directly to fund the seminaries, you get to invest that in low-risk investments such as the government securities and fixed deposits, and you use the returns now to fund the seminaries. And whoever that is in charge of driving that endowment fund or managing used an analogy of a mango tree to explain how the fund works. Now, you might the mango tree might take some time to mature. It might take some few years, but once it matures, you'll be able to get fruits from the tree for the rest of its life or for quite some time. So that is, for me, that I think is a very brilliant idea, and that got me thinking, how else, where else, in which other circumstances can we borrow such an idea of creating an endowment fund, like get a fund instead of using that money directly to fulfill whatever need that you have as an institution, as a church, get to invest that money, and then it is the returns from that investment that you will use to fund whatever that you wanted to fund initially. At a personal level, is it possible that I can create my own endowment fund, get money, instead of consuming that money directly? I try and create a fund with some principle, and then it is the returns from that fund that I will rely on sustaining myself. Instead of getting money and consuming, I create a fund, then I'll sustain myself from the returns. I know it is not easy creating a fund that will now give returns that will be able to sustain you. Maybe just to get an investment that will be able to pay your rent monthly. We are already talking about over a million Kenya shillings, so that you can be able to get returns that will be able to pay your rent on a single month. But still, that a very brilliant idea that maybe we can take up in some other places, even in churches. Instead of as a pastor, instead of keeping asking money from your congregations every time and then, what about they contribute, create a fund, invest that fund, then it is the returns from the fund that will keep your church running. It is the investment from that fund will keep paying for the different activities that churches get to engage in. I think it is also the same principle that I have seen other financial advisors use. Like, you can be able to pay your rent using treasury bonds, using treasury bills. So have some money, instead of using that money directly to pay for your needs, get to invest that money somewhere, and then use the returns to serve the purpose that you intended to use that money with. I hope it is for me it is a brilliant idea, and that's why I decided to share. And it can be something nice instead of getting money and having the direct consumption of the money. Try and create a fund. That might take some years, that might take a while, but once the fund is established, the returns from the fund will be able to sustain you. So what do you think about that?